say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live on the road as we are here at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue. They'll have the new one open in mid-September. They're still doing the renovations in Elizabeth and the former Big Dan's Barbecue, but we're here at Eastern Star Exit. You pull in and you smell it. Whoo! The smoker's been smoking all night long. This gentleman over here is working on slaw. He's got hash brown casserole. He's got a pulled pork platter. Yeah. Here it is, Phil's Dream Pit. We're open. We're open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 7, closed on Sundays and Mondays. And so they're back open for another week. And so we'll talk a little bit later on with Terabyte Catering. We're going to talk about we were talking about meat by the pound. We're talking about getting events planned for the holidays. You don't want to hear that, but you're 128 days away from Christmas. You got Dream Packs, the sampler platter, got it all right here at Phil's Dream Pit. Phone number is 349-6437, or you go to the website at philsdreampit.com. So we got lots going on. Andrew Smith's going to join us coming up here in just a few minutes. Sports writer, John City Press, Kingsport Times News. We have the very latest college football polls are out. So the AP poll ready to go. That tells you we're getting that much closer to college football. You see on the screen we're 3 days, 7 hours, and 50 minutes away from Cyclone football. The Cyclones in Scienceville to get it going on Friday night. We'll run down who everybody's playing, as we have been doing. Major League Baseball, it's getting tighter in the NL Central. The Cubs are pushing and putting a push on the Milwaukee Brewers, and so we'll take a look at that. And the Dodgers got a big home run night last night from Shohei Ohtani. So we'll take a look at Major League Baseball, college football, high school volleyball from last night across the region. So lots happening. 'Tis the season, so let's get it going with the national anthem as we always do. And let's see. Let's go down here and grab somebody that we've not had for a while. Who would that be? Yeah. Love to hear this lady sing. I heard her sing the other night. I Can't Stop Loving You. What a song by Martina McBride with the national anthem on the Tom Daly Sports.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets like light, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
It's exciting 2026 Elizabethton Cyclone football. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join Coach Eddie Pless and the Cyclone Network this Friday night as the Cyclones open the 2026 season at home against their longtime rival, the Scienceville Hilltoppers. In fact, it's meeting number 102 of this great rivalry. Airtime at 6:50 with the Phil's Dream Pit pregame show. Kickoff at 7:30, audio and video. The Cyclones and Scienceville to get it all started. It starts at 6:50 this Friday night here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Cyclone football. That's coming up in, as you see, 3 days, 7 hours, and 46 minutes. We're ready to go. Cyclone football ready to get it started. Had Sean on yesterday. It was a great interview, and so a lot of respect for the Scienceville Hilltoppers as well. You should. And they've got a lot of respect for the Elizabethton Cyclones as well. They should too. Let's fix that right there. There we go. Put that right there. There you go. Big news, by the way. I want to get this out there real quick. I ran it past Junior. He said it's okay. I ran it past Sherry Holtzclaw. She said it's okay. So anyway, Facebook let us know yesterday through August 15th, 607,400 views. It's all about him. Thank you, Lord Jesus. So this is his show, but they informed us that we're at 607 on our way to another million views. So if the Lord wants it to be that way. So anyway, just want to let you know, thank you. And so that's a lot of people watching. That's since the first of the year, January 1 through August 15th, 607,400 views. And so we're on our way, if he wants it to be, to our third straight year of having over a million views. So it's all about him. Wanted to tell you that, and there you go. All right, Tennessee, you've got your quarterback, Braden Faison Brandon, but you went and got you another one yesterday. Caden Kraft, 6'4", 205 out of Mooresville, North Carolina, chose Tennessee, the class of 2028, over Florida. LSU, they beat Lane Kiffin. Michigan, Ole Miss, and Oregon. So it's pretty cool. He'd been this summer to visit Florida, LSU, Michigan, and Tennessee. Andrew Smith will be in a few minutes, sports writer of the Johnson City Press, who covers the Volunteers, and so I'm sure he's going to be excited about that. You should be. He's a 20-game starter at North Carolina's Lake Norman High School. Completed 60% of his passes, 1,739 yards, and 17 touchdowns in his as a sophomore last fall. So he's a rising junior, and so he's in the class of 2028. And so he has said, I want to be a volunteer. Tara is getting ready to take a load to, where we're going, Kingsport? How many sandwiches? 48 meals going out. They're on the move here. Doors open, they're lined out the door. Love it. Wait till they come to Elizabethton in September. Woo, doggies. You talking about being busy. Down there by the covered bridge. Hello, Jimmy Stout. How you doing? Hello, Cindy Fair. Cindy's becoming a regular. Thank you, ma'am. Hit that bell. Thank you, Cindy, for being a regular. Jimmy's always been a regular. So Caden Kraft, 6'4", 205 quarterback out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Again, chose Josh Heupel, Tennessee over Florida, LSU, Michigan, Ole Miss, Oregon on Monday. So Heupel gets to tweak, if you want to call it that, a little payback, if that's what you want to call it. I don't think he's probably waking up every day going, how can I get Lane Kiffin? It's probably not on his radar, but he got him. So this kid picked Tennessee over all these other schools. That's big news. So congratulations to Tennessee. We'll have Andrew talk about that coming up here in just a few minutes. All right, let's put on our glasses and tell you about volleyball from last night, and we'll get into college football. We're here live at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue. Sandwich platters, pulled pork, pulled chicken, sliced brisket, pulled beef, all beef smoked hot dogs, out of this world good. Chili cheese dog, pork wings. These are all the platters. Smoked turkey, that's my fave. The dream dog, which is a hot dog top with beans and slaw, which you just might as well get 4 or 5 napkins. It's going to be all over you. It's going to be good. And then, of course, you got the meal plates. And you just get meat by the pound. If you got something coming up, you got a football game, whatever, you say, we just need the meat from Phil's Dream Pit. Pulled pork, pulled chicken, pulled beef, sliced beef brisket, smoked turkey, chicken salad, pork belly burnt ends, and brisket burnt ends. Those are the meats takeout only. Baby back ribs, half rack, and full rack of ribs. So there it is. It's your just meats. If you just need the meat, a lot of folks come and say, hey, we got everything else covered. We just need the great meat from Phil's Dream Pit. Well, there it is. There's your menu, and go to the website, philsdreampit.com, to take a look at that. All right, volleyball last night. Daniel Boone, first-year coach Ryan Boer goes to Volunteer, beats Volunteer 3-0. Dobbinsville beats Morristown East 3-0. Tennessee I beat Heritage 2-1 down in Marable. the Daniel Boone game, it was Cale Broyles had 8 kills. Sidney Kester had 9 kills and 6 aces for Daniel Boone. Lady Blazers got 9 digs from Caden Huggins for volunteer. Byington, rather. I'm sorry. Elizabeth Byington led the way with 11 kills. Hannah Pendleton posted 9. DB shut out Morristown East 3-0. Nora Shook with a team high 19 kills. Wow. Millie Williams had 3 aces and 15 digs for DB. Tennessee I beat Heritage 2-1 in volleyball. Piper Hampton and Libby Boyles each posted 7 kills to lead Tennessee I, while Kara Smith added 6. We've got volleyball night. Lady Cyclones and Science Hill to start this season. Very excited about that. That's coming up tonight. And so we'll be there ready to go. 6:15 airtime, 6:30 first serve. Cyclones and Science Hill. All right, quick break. We'll come back, take a look at college football. The polls are out from yesterday. Yep, ready to go. And it will be a good poll if you're a fan of, Ohio State, Georgia, Notre Dame. We'll take a break, talk about that. Came out yesterday, the AP Top 25 preseason poll tells you we're getting ever so closer to college football. We'll be right back after this from Phil's Dream Pits and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Summertime's here. Catering. How can you help us with an event?
Well, we're doing weddings, rehearsal dinners, reunions, graduation parties. And even if you feel like it's getting down to the wire, give us a call
Mm-hmm.
because we can usually accommodate you.
Absolutely. So do you bring it and set it up? Do we come get it? How does that work?
All of the above. So you can either have us come out and do a full catering where we have like a crew of people come and serve your guests and clean up afterwards. We also have our mini catering where it's just one person that comes out and like makes sandwiches, and then you do the rest buffet, the sides and everything buffet style. We can also do a drop off and set up, and that's where we deliver it to your location and set everything up. And then we can also do, pick up in the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we can, and whatever you need to meet your budget, we
Yeah,
can work with.
Sure, the budget. Now, on the menu itself, do we pick? Do you have certain items we pick for catering? Or is it anything on the menu?
It's pretty much anything on the menu is available for the catering. I may, if you want some advice, I'm happy to give it.
So, phone number is
423-798-7899.
423-798-7899 to get your catering needs taken care of right here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Here's your catering coordinator. She is the lady who can make it go for you. Tara Salamino from Phil's Dream Pit, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club savings account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bemycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club savings account for Christmas 2024?
Yes.
From Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Back in the Tom Douglas Sports Show, college football. This young man over here had the brisket platter, and he's happy. He's walking out grinning like a fox in a hen house because he got his belly full. We're right here at Phil's Dream Pit. And that happens. Terry just did a great job on the catering opportunities. Yes, sir, you too. Have a safe travels. Getting ready to head back to Ohio, take a load for Averitt Trucking, which is next door. So here we are. Thanks again for being with us. College football's top 25 is out. The Buckeyes of Ohio State, speaking of Ohio, sitting on top of the poll with 40 first-place votes out of 69. For the first time since 2015, Ohio State's preseason number one in the country. The Big Ten's perceived title contenders combined for 62 first-place votes in the AP poll. 6 for Notre Dame and 1 for Miami. I ain't sold on Notre Dame yet. That's not good English, but I'm not sold on them yet. So, and I don't guess they're not trying to sell me, but I'm not sold on them yet. So, Alabama, the most recent preseason top-ranked team that ran the table and won a national title back in 2017 with then-coach Nick Saban. Southern Cal did it back in 2004, which is what, 22 years ago. So only 2 teams got preseason in the country. Number 1 went on to win the national championship. Alabama in 17 and Southern Cal in 2004. So, to me, it's very interesting. The AP poll, the coaches poll said the same thing. Curt Cignetti's Indiana Hoosiers, the defending national champ. Again, preseason picked at number 6. Guarantee, and it should be on the bulletin board in Bloomington for the Indiana Hoosiers, I would think. Last fall, Texas preseason number 1. Lost at Ohio State in the opener, finished 10-3 overall. They will play each other again in Texas to start the season for those 2 teams coming up here in the next couple of weeks. So Cignetti 6th in this poll after being number 6 in the coaches poll. Big Ten's got 8 teams in the AP poll, 1 behind the SEC's 9 selections. Since Georgia got their 2nd straight national championship back in 2023, SEC has not gotten back to the college football national championship game since then. Can they do it this year? I think they will. I think you'll see an SEC team playing in the national championship. Here's your top 10 preseason top 25 yesterday. Ohio State, Oregon, Georgia. Not a lot of surprises. Notre Dame, 4th. Texas, 5th. Indiana picked 6th. Miami, 7th. I think that's low for Miami. I think they're better than that. Texas A&M, I think it's too high for them. Hello, Vista Clark. Ole Miss at number 9. I'm not sold on Ole Miss at number 9 in the country. And number 10 is, I know they got Trinidad Chambliss back. I get that. He's a great player. And all the hoopla about Kiffin leaving, but I just don't see Ole Miss as number 9 in the country. Maybe I'll be wrong. Ole Miss fans over will be. Oklahoma rounds out the top 10. Not sold on Oklahoma being 10th in the country either. LSU at number 11, probably. Texas Tech 12th. Alabama ranked 13th preseason. 14th BYU. BYU and Pike Southern Cal are tied for 14th. Well, I'll actually give the nod to BYU. Southern Cal's 15th. Michigan is 16th in the AP preseason poll. Washington, the Huskies, 17th. That's a pretty good team. They quietly do it year in and year out up in the Pacific Northwest. Pretty good football program. Penn State preseason number 18. SMU, the Mustangs, number 19. Tennessee preseason 20th. Hello, ma'am. How are you? You look like CeCe Winans. You know who that is, the singer? Can you sing like her? No. But you look. No, you don't. Okay, I got you. I got you. But she looks like her. Young lady getting ready to have lunch. Tennessee ranked 20th. Utah 21st. Iowa 22nd. Houston preseason 23rd, the Louisville Cardinals 24th, and Missouri preseason number 25 in the country. Clemson right on the edge of getting votes. Virginia Tech, our other regional team, got votes. And so there's your top 25, and Tennessee in at number 20 in the country preseason AP preseason poll. So who's underrated, who's overrated, in my opinion? Underrated is Texas. I think they're better than number 5. They'll prove that. They didn't get a single first-place vote. Week 2, they'll be against Ohio State and Texas. We'll find out real quick how good they are. I think they're pretty good, but they've got an incredibly tough schedule. Texas plays 5 teams that are ranked in the top 11. and 7 top 25 teams total. So Texas, including a trip to Knoxville. So Texas has got their hands full with a really, really tough schedule. And we'll see where they are week 2 against Ohio State and Texas. Overrated. Lincoln Riley continues to get all these votes and all this hoopla about Southern Cal, but he's not really done much with it, quite frankly. But his Big Ten schedule will decide where he's going to be, what they're going to be. Southern Cal's got Oregon, number 2 Oregon, number 17 Washington, number 18 at Penn State, at Wisconsin, Ohio State on Halloween, and at Indiana in November. That's a brutal schedule for Southern Cal. We'll see how that goes. Underrated, in my opinion, Miami. I think they're better than preseason number 7. They got a cream puff schedule. They only got one top 25 team they play is Notre Dame. So schedule very much benefits in winning the ACC again, Miami, which is their preseason pick to do that. Overrated, I think Texas A&M. So they also have a brutal schedule. They've got number 5 Texas at home. They go to Oklahoma, they go to LSU, and go to Alabama. Whew, that's tough. And the other team I think is underrated are the Washington Huskies. Again, they quietly do pretty good year in and year out up in the Pacific Northwest, kind of off the radar. So I think they're going to maybe better than their preseason ranked 17th. Tennessee at 20th. We'll see what Andrew says. He's here. See what he says about that. And also, Caden Kraft, they just signed him, the big quarterback class of 2028. So then before we go to the break, the number 1 conference picked as far as power conference success would be the obvious Big Ten. They've won 3 straight national championships. So also the Big Ten is 10-7 overall against the SEC over the last 2 years. Now you play 17 games, you've won 10 out of 17 against the SEC, 8-2 against the SEC in the postseason. Proof's in the pudding. Now, the SEC, this tells you how good the conference is in the Southeastern Conference. For the 20th consecutive year, they put more guys in the NFL than anybody else. Last year, 87 players out of the SEC. So there you go. Big 12, 3rd ranked power conference. Big 12 is only 1-8 in college football playoff games. So they ain't getting it done when it counts, and that's postseason. ACC, it's Miami and everybody else. Maybe Clemson this year. And maybe Florida State this year. We'll see what Mike Norvell has for the Seminoles out of Tallahassee. We're here live at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Andrew's here. We're going to put him to work. College football, high school football tab comes out next week. You see up on the calendar, 3 days, 7 hours, and 28 minutes till Cyclone football. So we'll get his take on that. His beloved Braves, what's going on this week with Atlanta. They're in Minnesota. And they obviously take a look, some serious look at college football, get his take on all this. We'll do that right after this break. We're on the road again at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Here's Michaela, or actually here's Brian talking about Dream Packs. It's a really good way to go. Get your Dream Packs from Phil's Dream Pit on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Really easy way to feed a family or a bunch of people. We start them off at 4. Dream Pack for 4 runs $32.99, gives you a pound of meat. You can do pulled pork or pulled chicken, either one at that price. 3 sides, it's a pint each, so it's a 4-ounce serving of meat, 4-ounce serving of 3 different sides. Gives you a really good meal that'll fill you up. It's not something that you eat and you're hungry later, an hour later. I'm going to include your buns, your barbecue sauce. Instead of picking up a pizza, come by here, pick up a Dream Pack. Your family will thank you. And if you need it for more people, the breakdown on it's $8.25 a person. 12 people, for instance, is $99. You'll see that advertised now from us in a lot of different places. Feed 12 people for $99. That gives you 2 pounds of meat, 1.5 quarts of each side. Still gives you the bun, still the barbecue sauce. Really, really popular. I had a group at Eastman just order a 16 for Wednesday. So you call us ahead. We can do as many people as you want. We do 100 people, 200 people, we'll put those in pans for you, or as few as 4. So how an even number, however many you want. $8.25 a person. You can't beat it.
Cannot beat it, folks. Again, here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. The phone number is 349-6437. Hours are open.
11 to 7, Tuesday through Saturday. We take Sunday and Monday off, but we're here the rest of the week.
Social media.
Social media on Facebook. Maybe Instagram later if one of my kids shows me how to use it, but right now it's on Facebook. That's where people watch you, so we'll figure they've got it here.
And the website is?
Website is philsdreampit.com.
You got it.
I see a familiar face here. Looks like he's ready to talk to you.
He is.
Gonna talk
That's
some
our buddy Jeff.
Gonna talk some NASCAR, I'm betting.
That's our buddy Brian Pipkin, the owner of Phil's Dream Pit, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It's exciting T.A. Duggar Fighting Cyclone football. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join Joseph Taylor, London Taylor, and yours truly this Thursday night as the undefeated Fighting Cyclones entertain the Indian Trail Hawks out of Johnson City at Citizens Bank Stadium. Airtime at 6:45, first kick at 7 o'clock, varsity only, audio and video. T.A. Duggar and the Indian Trail Hawks. It all starts at 6:45 this Thursday here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go T.A. Duggar Fighting Cyclone football. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, our first guest today would be our buddy Andrew Smith, sports writer, Johnson City Press, Kingsport Time News. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Doing well. Pleasure to be on as always.
Thank you. We love having you on. So, again, one more time, I want to tell you how the Lord's blessing. It ain't me, but we got our notice from Facebook yesterday. I want to make sure I know what it is. 607,400 views so far for the year through August 15th. So we're on our way to 1 million views for the third straight year. Give him all the credit for that. It ain't me. It's him. It's his show. He being the good Lord. So thank you to you out there watching the show. And so we're just trucking along. We've got volleyball tonight against Science Hill starting at 6:15. Just saw the promo for T. Duggar, the Fighting Cyclones, Thursday at 6:45, and big boy football on Friday night. Cyclones and the Hilltoppers at Citizens Bank Stadium. And so there's a buzz in JC, and there's a buzz in Elizabeth. There's a buzz everywhere.
Yeah.
Everybody starts Friday night, and it's here, and all the schools are excited, aren't they?
Yeah, no, it's hard to find a school that isn't excited about something for football season here, whether it's, returning talent or young guys getting a chance to be in new roles or being a new, backing community that is high school football. It's exciting times always.
Absolutely. I'm going to find week number 1 was our game. Tab, tell us, as I look for this, tell us about the tab. Tab comes out a week from
No, sir,
tomorrow.
It'll be Thursday.
Oh, this time.
This Thursday, yes, sir. We got our football preview edition coming out Thursday. Johnson City Press, Kingsport Times News. Previews, roster schedules for I think 20 or so high school teams we got in there this year, plus UT, ETSU, combined high school, college, all that into one. Really proud of the work the entire team did on this, and excited to see the final product. See that in everybody's hands on Thursday.
The Honorable Chuck Babb is here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we're going to put him on the air in a minute. He didn't know that, but got to earn his keep. We got him a Larry Bird DVD, not really for him, but for his daughter. And so we're going to pass it on to him. We're going to put him on here in a few minutes. All right, so let's get a couple of predictions. Hampton opens things up at Avery County. A lot of new faces at Hampton High School. But they're going to be at Avery County. You like the Bulldogs on the road or Avery County?
I like Hampton. I got to see Hampton in their jamboree on Friday over in Greene County. They took on West Greene, and I had some questions. I'm not going to go full-blown concerns, but some questions about how some of those new faces would gel. And so far, it's been pretty good. So, I like them here against Avery County. They played well against Avery last year at home. So I think that this year they'll continue that trend on the road there in Newland.
Volunteer at Daniel Boone, right down the road here in Gray on Friday night. Jerry Jenkins, his final season. And so, who do you like? Jeremy Jenkins, brother. Who do you like?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna lean Volunteer on this one. It's tough for me to see Daniel Boone make a massive jump from what they were last year. Obviously, last year was a bit of a struggle. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I like Jeremy. I hope he has a great final year there at Boone. But yeah, Volunteer still returns a lot. I really like their backfield a lot. Bryson Christian's back at running back over there. So I think because of that, I'll lean with Falcons.
We'll see Volunteer in a couple of weeks in the region for the Cyclones, but Friday night they open up non-conference at Daniel Boone. Unicoi County at Crockett in Jonesboro. Like the Blue Devils, the Pioneers.
Yeah, I'm excited to be at this one. First off, that's where I'll be on Friday. Always kind of fun when you get two schools that are pretty close to each other, like Irwin and Jonesboro really are. And I think I'm gonna lean Unicoi County. This is a fun matchup for me. You've got two quarterbacks that have been with the program for a while. One who has started a bunch, and AJ Wynn over there at Crockett. Meanwhile, Gunnar Peterson's kind of been the understudy for Colby Jones for the past couple of years, and now he gets his opportunity to be the guy for Drew Rice, and I think he'll take full advantage of it. But I'm excited to see how that one will play out on Friday.
He gets to be the guy. That's a good way to look at it. We're here live again at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for a perfect barbecue, Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. Dobbins Minute opens things up at Jay Fred against the Bobcats of Knox Central. What do you think?
DB returns a good bit this year. Yeah, I think that will help them, especially here early in the year against a team like Central. You look skill positions; they've got some guys back. I think their biggest question is more so on the line than is it skill, but I think they'll find a way to make it work week one.
Morristown West at Greenville.
I'm gonna go Greenville. It's hard for me to pick against Greenville most any week. That's just. We both know just the type of program they are over there, and it's hard for me to imagine that stopping anytime soon.
Unaka and Happy Valley Friday night.
Give me Happy Valley.
Okay.
I really like what this group that Jason Jarrett has over there this year. He's kind of kept the quarterback competition over there close to the vest, but I'm excited to see what they'll do this year.
Alcoa and Maryville, that's a biggie.
That's always the big one, Battle of Pistol Creek. I think I'm going to lean Maryville. It's been a fun rivalry over the years. I'm going to go Maryville.
Two more. Thursday night, Sullivan East opened things up against Johnson County in Bluff City. Who do you like there?
I think I'm going to lean Johnson County in that one. I'm not exactly sure what I'm getting out of Sullivan East this year. Obviously, the guy they've been leading the charge at quarterback there, and Peyton Lingerfeld's now in orange and black instead of navy and red.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think I'm going to go Johnson County, but I think that their rushing attack is going to be a big key in that one.
And so is their receiver, Devin Bowman, now a Cyclone. So they both came. Lingerfeld and Bowman came to Elizabeth, and we'll see them Friday night. Westridge will be at the Stone Castle, take on the Tennessee I Vikings on Friday. Who do you like there?
I think I'm going to go Westridge. For me, the biggest thing is the triple option that Westridge runs, and you'll see other teams run as well. It's just such a difficult thing to prepare for. And to me, I think one of the biggest challenges is having to face that week one. You're coming through, during, preseason practice. You're not really, you're doing your best to not tackle a ton, to try and keep guys fresh, keep them healthy, play maybe a little thud tempo, and trying to go from that to full blown triple option. It's a hard thing to defend.
Did you say thud or thug tempo?
Thud tempo.
I want to make sure THUD.
Yes.
Thud tempo.
Yes.
There you go. All right, so that's a look. The obvious Science Hill Elizabeth. Who you like there?
I've been torn on this one. Kind of going back the past couple of days.
I'm the Cyclone guy, so
Yeah.
if it doesn't make a difference who you pick, it's not going to change.
Yeah,
If you don't think they're gonna win.
you calling it, me predicting it, none of it matters until
That's
we
it.
get to Friday night
That's it.
anyway. I think I'm going to lean Science Hill on this one. I think that historically the road teams have had a lot of success in this series, as you well know, and I think that will continue this year. But I'm excited to see how that game goes. It should be a very fun one there at the bank.
There you go. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at college football. Top 25 polls out. Tennessee got that big quarterback we told you about earlier. Get his take on that. Caden Kraft coming to Tennessee. We'll tell you all about that and a look at the top 25 preseason football next on the Tom Daly Sports. We're talking to Michaela Miller, one of our great sponsors at Phil's Dream Pit. Springtime events coming up. Bible schools, class reunions, wedding receptions, you name it. How can you help us in the springtime?
Meat, bulk orders, meat by the pound. Come out, order some pulled pork, get you some buns, maybe a side or two.
Let's talk Dream Packs. Tell us about the Dream Packs.
Dream packs, we start at 4, go as big as you need. Honestly, as big as you need. I got one tomorrow for 104. Pulled pork, 3 sides. We do offer pork, chicken, pulled beef, brisket. We even do the half chickens on the bone. But yeah, you get the meat, 3 sides, sauce, and buns.
Phone number to call is 349-6437 for the Dream Packs. Feeds 4 at a time, and you can do as many as you want. Then you talk about meat by the pound. Got something coming up. You just want the meat. Tell us about the meat by the pound. How's that work?
We pretty much 1 pound will, 1 pound will feed 4. Comes out to about $15.99 per pound.
What's
We
my
got-
options on the meat?
Really, when you do it by the meat, you can do anything: ribs, half chickens, pork, brisket, turkey, chicken. We even got Italian sausage and jalapeno, cheddars.
There you go.
Really, anything we can do in bulk.
It's all right here. Dream Packs or meat by the pound. You got an event coming up. You need some help. It's a phone call away. 423-349-6437. The Quest for Perfect Barbecue. Phil's Dream Pit. Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It's exciting 2026 Elizabethton Cyclone football. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join Coach Eddie Pless and the Cyclone Network this Friday night as the Cyclones open the 2026 season at home against their longtime rival, the Science Hill Hilltoppers. In fact, it's meeting number 102 of this great rivalry. Airtime at 6:50 with the Phil's Dream Pit pregame show. Kickoff at 7:30, audio and video. The Cyclones and Science Hill to get it all started. It starts at 6:50 this Friday night here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Cyclone football. We got some kids over there sharing a brisket platter, and a young man got a pulled pork. So we're here live, Phil's Dream Pit. Quest for Perfect Barbecue. Preseason poll is out. Tennessee's number 20. You okay with that?
Yeah, I think that's about where I would have them, somewhere in that 18 to 23 range. You've got a lot of solid returning skill positions and other places, but obviously the big question is quarterback. Got a young guy there, no matter which of the two you're going to go between, Brandon or McIntyre. And, I think somewhere in the 18 to 23 range makes sense to me.
Here's your top 10. This AP preseason poll: Ohio State, Oregon, Georgia, Notre Dame, Texas, Indiana, Miami, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, and Oklahoma. Ohio State number 1. Last time a preseason team ran the table, won it all, was 17 with Alabama. And the only other time they've done it in the 2000 2000 years has been 04 Southern Cal. You okay with this top 10? I'm not, but are you?
I don't think it's nothing too egregious. I might have Indiana a spot higher just because I'm high on Kurt Cignetti. Miami's, I don't have a great feel for, I'll be honest, but 7 feels okay to me. You can probably argue them a spot or 2 higher as well, but overall, I don't have any huge gripes with it.
Notre Dame's okay at number 4.
I think this Notre Dame team's really good. Granted, we'll see how it'll play out, but I think this Notre Dame team is national championship contending level of a team.
Really?
I think so. I like what Marcus Freeman has there. Not saying they are going to win it all, but I think that they have that type of talent on the roster. So seeing them top 5, I think is fine.
Texas A&M at number 8. Okay with that one?
I think that's fine. I think that clump of SEC teams, A&M, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, LSU, you can even throw Bama in the mix. That group of 4 or 5 there, you can put them in just about any order, and I'm not going to argue much with you. I think they're all very close to one another.
Sell me on Ole Miss, because I'm not sold on them. Besides Trinidad Chambliss, what's the selling point for Ole Miss?
I think that's your biggest one, honestly, is Chambliss and what he can do. You saw what he was able to accomplish there last year, and I think that system, even though Lane Kiffin is gone, I think the offensive system's staying pretty similar. So you're able to see him, throw it, run it, be a real threat. All 53 and 30 yards wide at the quarterback position, and I think that's a tough thing to deal with. So, and plus there's a baseline level of talent there That's very high. Some of it's unproven, but I think that there's enough talent there that's justifiable to put them in the top 10.
Number 11, LSU, the Texas Tech Red Raiders at number 12. Alabama, number 13. BYU, 14. Southern Cal, 15. Any disparaging thoughts about these guys? You okay with that bunch or not?
I think USC's a little bit high. I'm not as
I do
high on
too.
I'm not as high on USC as the poll is personally. Um, I don't think they should be unranked, but I think that tied 14's a little high for me. I'd probably put them closer to where Tennessee's at, somewhere in that 19 to 24 range. I think makes more sense to me for USC.
Lincoln Riley keeps getting votes all the time about what a great coach. Maybe he was at Oklahoma. I don't know, but he's not panning out at Southern Cal. This is a big year for him.
Yeah, this is a make or break year for Lincoln Riley out there. It's hard to believe that he survives a 7-5 season. Like they need some real results out there in Los Angeles.
At number 16 preseason AP poll, Michigan, Washington 17th, Penn State 18th, SMU 19th, and Tennessee at number 20. Is Michigan, Washington, Penn State, SMU worthy of being ranked ahead of Tennessee?
I think that they're pretty close. I think you're splitting hairs a little bit there. I do think Penn State might be a touch too high, personally. I like Matt Campbell. I really like what he did at Iowa State. He brought a lot of his guys over. But I think I need to see it at that higher level of the Big Ten before I put them top 20, personally. But not saying they can't get there. I just preseason, I would probably put them a spot or two lower.
The final 4 or 5 in the poll: Utah 21, Iowa 22nd, Houston 23rd, Louisville 24th, Missouri at number 25. Is that good? You all right with that?
I would not have ranked Missouri preseason
Me either.
personally. I would. You could argue a Clemson. You could argue. I would even argue a Boise State. Really. Kind of gets their G5 representative there, or I guess G6 now. I probably there's too much uncertainty for Ole Miss, or not Ole Miss, Mizzou. Pardon me. For me, between Lamont Hardy returning from his offseason gunshot wound there, and just kind of the other things surrounding Mizzou, I'd have to see it before I'd have to have them ranked.
Interestingly enough, and I said this preseason, there's something I have nothing to base on. Obviously, it's a new coach, Summerall down in Florida, but they got 51 votes. So they're in behind Clemson. So in theory, they're ranked 27th in the country for a team that fell, kind of flat on their face compared to Florida standards, and yet they got a pretty good preseason ranking. So somebody besides me thinks Florida can make some noise.
Yeah, I think that there are a lot of folks out there that believe in John Summerall, and I think he's got a shot to be a really good guy. I feel like the feeling I have is that the John Summerall experience at Florida is either going to go really, really good,
Right.
or really, really bad, and there's
Yeah.
not really going to be much in between, and we'll probably find out relatively quickly which one of the two those will be. But if you're a believer and think it can go really well really quickly, then yeah, 27th in the country probably makes a lot of sense.
Hoagie's got some votes. You okay with that? They got 6 votes, but they still got votes. And another team that's trying to find themselves now under James Franklin. So you okay with Virginia Tech getting some at-large votes, receiving votes?
Yeah, I think so. I think that outside of kind of things going off the rails last year at Penn State, you saw a level of consistency with James Franklin, everywhere he's been. So I think that having some faith that he'll be able to do that relatively quickly with VT is it makes some sense to me if I'm a pollster.
We're here live again at Phil's Dream Pit. We've got Chuck Babb going to join us coming up in a few minutes. So let's brag, let's gloat, let's have a big time. Your Braves are playing well. Phillies are chasing. They haven't got to them yet, but they're chasing. So they're back in Minnesota tonight with the Bravos. So, and you said you had a roster change here when you just sit down?
Yeah, no, the Braves just announced that AJ Smith-Shawver's back. I'm good with this. I'd love to see him start some games. I think he has the upside to be a playoff starter. It's just he hasn't played a ton of baseball, between injuries and him just being a younger guy. But the corresponding move was interesting to me. Tyler Kinley got DFA'd as the move, which he's not been great recently, but that's a little shocking to me still. I thought it would be potentially an IL type of move to get Smith-Shawver back up, but yeah, I expect him to probably lean making a start here in the next couple of days. There's also a world where he's in the bullpen, but I prefer him to be a starter if you can make it happen.
You okay where they are right now?
Yeah, that starting to kind of, not been the cleanest ball the past week or so, but it's the dog days of August. They're kind of comfortable in the playoffs as it stands right now. It's hard to fault them much for kind of not playing their cleanest here in the past week or so, and you hope that once September rolls around, they'll kind of find that gear again and get some momentum going into the postseason.
Brewers getting pushed by the Cubs in the Central.
They are, and this Cubs team's legit. That they've got an MVP candidate. He'd probably have my vote right now, Pete Crow Armstrong. This Cubs team's legit, and they've made it to where this should be a fun race for the Central down the stretch.
Padres are pushing the Dodgers in the West too a little bit.
A little bit. Dodgers not playing great ball recently either. Although it's harder for me to see the Padres coming all the way back to take the West than it is for the Cubs. For me to see the Cubs coming back to take the Central. But yeah, the Padres have put themselves in a really good position here, at least for the postseason and wild card berth, if nothing else. But yeah, they've definitely made things a little bit more interesting with Los Angeles at the very least.
Tampa Bay leads the American League East. White Sox lead the American League Central. Houston right now leads the American League West. So before I let you go, today's August 18th. Who would you put in the World Series today? If you had to pick two teams, who would you have?
If I had to pick two teams, I would probably go. I can't make up my mind who out of the American League East I think makes it, but I think it will be either Tampa Bay, New York, or Boston. I'd probably lean. I think Boston, honestly.
In the World Series?
Yeah, I think they're playing that well.
All right.
I want to say Tampa Bay, but I don't know how well their style of baseball translates to the postseason because it's typically a spot where you need a lot of power, and the Rays outside of a Junior Caminero don't have a ton of power up and down their lineup. And I think Boston has a little bit more, so that's why I'd lean them because I can't trust anybody else not in the American League East to make a run. I just can't. And then the National League, I think it's Dodgers still proven otherwise. So give me L.A., Boston.
Man, Rob Manfred would hug your neck. Boston market against the L.A. market, two of the biggest markets in America. Oh, he'd love that. New England versus the West Coast, Dodgers and Red Sox. We'll see. Football tab comes out Thursday. You want to get that? It's coming out this coming Thursday. It's a great, for me, broadcasting the game's great reference piece. And the Times News and the Johnson Press will both have the tab in them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It should be in both papers. And, available. Obviously, pick up wherever, single sale copies are at. You can come pick one up at the either office as well. Come, be sure to pick you up one if you're a big football fan in the area.
You got it. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it as always.
Some lunch. He gets to eat some Phil's Dream Pit. Chuck Babb joins us next. Coach Babb on the Tom Taylor Sports. We're talking to our buddy Sherry Holtzclaw, the owner of the Jewelers Bench, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. E. Newtons. You got a ton of them. Just about E. Newtons, would you please?
I do have a ton of them. They are 14 karat gold filled. They're stretchy. They come in 3 different sizes and easy to wear. You can swim in them. You can work out in them. You can sleep in them. They hold up very well. And there's also a lot of different colors. And then coming soon, I'll be getting the America, the 250 birthday celebration ones in. Hopefully soon. I've been waiting.
Hundreds of them they have. I don't think anybody else anywhere has more E. Newtons than the Jewelers Bench.
Now, usually everybody that comes in is pleasantly surprised with what I have in stock.
Hundreds. I'm not kidding you. Hundreds of E. Newtons here at the Jewelers Bench. Hours are open?
We're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and on Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Social media, how do we find you?
Facebook and Instagram.
And the magic phone number is?
423-542-5600.
So if you want E. Newtons, come here first. I promise you, they got more selection than anywhere else in the Tri-Cities, in my humble opinion. The E. Newtons at the Jewelers Bench, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Readers are winners. Hi, this is Tom Taylor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. I'm a huge proponent on the importance of reading. I firmly believe it's the key to being successful, being the best reader you can be. And so in partnership with Elizabethton City Schools and the Betsy Book Bus, it's the Readers Are Winners Reading Challenge. At the end of this 9 weeks, the top 50 readers based on minutes read from each of the 3 elementary schools, East Side, Harold McCormick, West Side, will get and win Tom Taylor Sports Show Readers Are Winners t-shirts, plus be featured on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Reading is so important. In fact, Walt Disney said, it is books that are the key to the wide world. If you can't do anything else, read all that you can. Albert Einstein said if you're going to get anywhere in life, you have to read a lot of books. And Margaret Fuller simply said, today a reader, tomorrow a leader. It's the Readers Are Winners Book Challenge on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Elizabethton City Schools, and the Betsy Book Bus. Here's some folks who also believe in the importance of reading. Tell us what you all do.
So we're an accounting firm in Bristol, Tennessee. Crystal McDuffie is the owner. She's number 7 on the football team, Will McDuffie's mom. So the business is called McDuffie and Associates. We do have 2 locations. We have one in Bristol, Tennessee, and then one in Boone, North Carolina. We offer full service accounting. We can do QuickBooks Online training, accounts payable, accounts receivable, payroll. We're pretty much full service.
You do corporations and companies and individuals, right?
Right, yeah, we do. We focus a lot on small businesses, you know, the people who, they go out and work every day, they come home, they're looking at their books, they don't understand it, and that's what we're there for.
Absolutely, help them out. Phone number is 423-968-9112. How do we find you on social media?
So you can find us online at statax.com.
There you go. New sponsor, glad to have them on board, Stanfield Thomas & Associates, sponsors of Cyclone Football and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back in the Tom Taylor Sports Show, there he is, the one, the only, King Chuck. Chuck Babb, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, Tom. How are you?
Yeah, Sinking Creek Baptist Church pastor, also a big sports guy. So I ran into him yesterday, and his little daughter, who's cute as a button, Adley, I don't know, it must have got it from his mama. She must have got it from his mama, rather.
For sure.
Cute as a button. Anyway, she's a basketballer, and I said, what is your jersey number? And she said, and that just lit me up, she said, 33. And I said, Larry Bird? She said, oh, yeah. So I said, Adley, honey, I'm going to give you, your daddy will come by and pick it up. There it is. I give these to people. The Larry Bird, the double DVD, the basketball legend. The old boy could play, couldn't he?
All day long.
He wore them out.
I love the story when he left Indiana, was out of basketball for a year or so working at that hotel, and they had him up to Indiana State for a tryout, and he showed up in work boots and blue jeans and scored 41 points.
41 points. Yeah. Or the night he played the Milwaukee Bucks and said, boys, went over and told the Buck bench in pregame, he said, I'm going to put 27 on you tonight. I'm going to do it left-handed. Guess what he did? He scored 27 with his left hand. So, I mean, he was cocky. What's interesting, you hear all these black guys talking about, you know, the white boy couldn't play basketball. I said, he can't play. And every one of them, they did interviews, said, didn't take long to figure out he could play. So, anyway, then we're talking Magic, and we're, you know, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said the toughest guy ever played against, bar none, was Larry Bird.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Adley has now this, and Dad will be too. So they'll fight over this. Dad will be fighting over this to sit down and watch it because it's excellent. So plus I said, come on by and pick it up, and he did. Vista says excited for Cyclone football. Yep. You see the countdown, 3 days, 6 hours, and 56 minutes. Happy Valley, your stomping grounds open up against Unaka. So everybody's champions today till we start the season. Everybody's undefeated, right?
Yes. Well, the first week of school is always the hardest because you've got that 1 week of school with no football, and nobody really knows what to do with that
Yeah.
night. So when it finally starts up, it really feels like school's back in session for good. So I love high school football.
There's something about it. And of course, it'll be hot, but the seasons will change when we get into September and October. You'll be looking for sweatshirts, and then by November, you'll be wearing overcoats and toboggans and all that, which is great. But right now, it'll be a steam bath Friday night for everybody. And Happy Valley opens up against Unaka up on Warriors Hill. And I had Jason on earlier in the season. I had him on earlier in the summer. He's pretty excited about Happy Valley football. He said everybody keeps talking about the 6 inches they missed getting a 2-point conversion. So all the seniors, that's pretty much it's on the bulletin board. The 6 inches we want to get back because we missed it by 6 inches. It's pretty cool.
Sounds like the Titans.
Yeah, it really does. Remember the Titans. You like that movie too?
Yeah, I like any of those movies that are deal with sports, kind of have a true story behind them. So that's a good one. But I was talking about the Tennessee Titans when they played in the Super Bowl.
I'm sorry. Talking about you're exactly right. Yes, we were not on the same page.
I hope the weather, right now we're having these horrible storms the evenings, and you know how that wreaks havoc with football. What is it, 45 minutes after the last, thunder or lightning? So
Yep.
I don't know how many games are going to be delayed, and kids playing at 11 o'clock at night, so we'll see what happens. But that's a tough part of this time of year when it comes to high school football.
2 years ago, we played Science Hill over there. We got into a lightning delay, and the game did not end until like 11:03, if I remember right, 11:04. I mean,
I watched that one on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Thank you. We waited and waited and waited. We had a lightning delay. Well, they actually canceled the scrimmage Friday night, Union, Virginia. And earlier in the summer, we had a 7-on-7 in Science Hill. It got shortened because of lightning. So, and safety first, we'll get that. But you're right. It is the season. And I told a guy the other day, August and September, every Friday night, you're going to be susceptible to lightning because this is the time of year. So, But Happy Valley's got a good football team. They're expecting big things there. And so the football tab, as we talked about, Andrew Smith comes out Thursday. Happy Valley will be prominently in that because he's a Warrior. And so we were talking basketball yesterday. The shot clock they're going to implement, the TSSAA has implemented. They're slowly moving it into, it's got to be in by 29, I think it is, 2028 or 2029. A 35-second shot clock is going to go into high school basketball. There are pros and cons. Let's start with the pros. What are the pros? Former player, former coach, heck of a player back in his day.
Well, I think it speeds the game up, makes it a little more entertaining, and I think that it prepares kids to play at the next level that's going to be headed that way. That's certainly an adjustment you got to make when you go to college. You've got to be mindful of. I think that speeding up the pace of play makes for a much more enjoyable game to watch. And I think that we need every bit of that we can get. I mean, when I played back in the 90s, you didn't have a gym that was empty, but there was nothing else to do back in the 90s. The internet wasn't out yet, and people went to games. And now people will watch them on the Tom Taylor Sports Show instead of coming to the games sometimes. But I think that's a positive, that they become more entertaining. I think the negative is the financial aspect of it. A lot of these small schools are not going to have money to get all these apparatus that have got to be put in place. I know that they probably make exceptions. You have somebody on the sideline with one of the portable clocks, and a little handheld buzzer, and I guess that's okay, but it's not really conducive. But the part that I really don't like about it is in-game situations. Coach Bayless is turning over in his grave right now about the shot clock, but I think it's when you get to the end of the game and you've got that, 112 left, and you've got a 2-point lead or a 3-point lead, and you've got really good guards, and you can really run down that clock.
Yep.
And make them foul you, put you on the free throw line, or come out and trap and make a mistake. I mean, it really is quite an art when you're in the in-game situations, and it takes away some of the strategy, I think, but it also adds some strategy too,
Mhm.
you know. So I guess it's good and bad. I'm kind of neutral, you know, on whether or not to do it.
They're going to phase it in. I know I was talking to some folks at the Hardy's Classic. They're going to phase it in down there. It's not mandatory yet. So you're going to start seeing it probably the Hall of Fame games, Hall of Champion games. The Hardy's Classic is going to have a shot clock, they were telling me. And so, but the expense, we talked about that. These smaller schools, you're going to have 2 shot clocks. I don't know what they cost, but you gotta have one on each end. And then you got to have the hardware, the computer at the scores table to run it. And you got to pay a body. I guess you'll pay them. I would assume they're not going to do it for free. Then you got to pay somebody. So the outlay to put this in is going to be pretty expensive across the board. The bigger schools can afford it. Little schools will struggle with it, won't they?
I think so, and
Yeah.
it's, you know, they have trouble financially to begin with.
Yep.
It's tough, you know, running a program on a small budget at a small school. You know, like I was telling you yesterday, uh, most nights, you know, it cost us $800 or more just to tip it up. You know, by the time you pay officials and clock keepers and scorekeepers and people to watch the gate and things like that, you're in the red when you start the game. So it just depends on how many, you know, how many rear ends come in and fill those seats. You know what you can do, and that feeds your program, buys your basketballs, which they're $100 a piece.
Basketball's $100 a piece.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And you know, your uniforms and all those things, you know, tape, towels. People don't think about those things, but there's a lot of cost that goes into even a high school program, and then you add costs like that, and it really just kind of, you know, skyrockets. So it's tough on the small schools.
We're talking to Chuck Babb, stopped by. Of course, played it, coached it at Happy Valley. Played at, where'd you play up in Kentucky? You played at
Well, I was at
Union?
Walter State, and then I went to Union,
yeah.
and then I finished up at Milligan.
Yep. Now pastor at Sinking Creek Baptist Church. We had the honor of filling in for him. He was on vacation back this summer. We appreciate that. He's got a, as I said when I was in the pulpit, the stained glass at Sinking Creek is worth walking. I mean, it is absolutely
beautiful, isn't it?
It is beautiful. It's that dark mahogany wood inside the sanctuary and the stained glass. And then tell them about the oldest church. Folks may not know this. It's a really
Well, we believe that the church began meeting in 1771. We think we can prove that it began meeting in 1772. We've got documentation, receipts on onion skin paper, where hymnals and Bibles were bought. So that's when we really think we can prove that meetings began to happen, and it's pretty neat. We had 47 men and one woman who signed the muster rolls
wow.
at Kings Mountain, who were charter members of Sinking Creek. So all those people participated in the American Revolution. And what's neat, if you'll pay attention, you know, when the war was over in 1783, that's when they built the physical building, because it was illegal to have otherwise, you know, outside of the Church of England. And it was illegal to be on this side of the Appalachians anyway. So they had a double whammy going against them. But once the war was over, you know, they were free to do what they wanted to, and that's when they constructed that building that still stands there.
Still standing in between Johnson, Elizabeth, the old Elizabeth and I Way. Sinking Creek Baptist Church started worshiping in 1772. How old is the church?
The church was built in 1783. So you're talking about it's coming up on its 250th anniversary. We just spent 2 years on a restoration project,
Wow.
bringing that back to life. It was about to fall in, so we had to do some extensive work.
And you did it.
We did. We were blessed. God blessed us with someone with the expertise who came to our church. And when it came to the funding of it, we heard all kinds of astronomical numbers, and we were able to start a fund. And 18 months in, we started with about $31,000 raised, and 18 months in, we checked the books and we still had 31,000 in there.
Wow.
And so, you know, it's kind of like the widow's cruise of oil, and the projections were astronomically more than that. But God just kept providing, you know, and some great people stepped in and helped us. The Milner family did almost all the work exclusively for us, and they were just really super at what they were doing. So God really blessed us in that manner.
Absolutely. So you can go by there and take a look at it because it's there right off the road. You can see it. The
Yep.
old 1783, is that right?
1783.
Wow, that's a long time ago and still standing. A great testament to the faith of the people, and of course, testament to the Lord Himself that He wanted that church to be still standing as a memorial of what He's doing, what He's done
Amen.
at Sinking Creek. So I'm going to switch gears on you. I'm
Mhm.
going to make you the commissioner of college basketball.
Oh, wow.
Clean it up, fix it, change it, tweak it. What would you do?
Well, I think right now it looks like a wrestling match out there. Uh, I went last year to one ETSU game, and I wasn't sure I was watching basketball. I really wasn't. I mean, it was just constant wrestling and pushing and shoving and knocking and banging. And I was post. I mean, I like that down in the block, but nobody plays in the block anymore. It's all dribble drive and shooting threes. But it just seemed way too rough. And then I began to see that go over to the high school side. And I just think that they don't have enough freedom of movement to do things that are basketball oriented. I think that certainly we went down the wrong road with all these transfers, whether it be in college or high school. There's no loyalty anymore.
Nope.
And I hate to see that. I really hate to see that. But sometimes transfer is the right option. Maybe there's a problem, but for the most part, it's just, what can you do for me instead of can I get better?
It's a very good point. Transfer portal is ruining, I think, college athletics along with the NIL.
Yeah.
So what does it do in a locker room? Because you played and you coached it. Old Tom over there is knocking down about I don't know, 100. Let's just pick a figure, $100,000 to play.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't getting anything. You're just getting a. So does that create? Because
Well,
I would think it would create
certainly
some
creates jealousy and
yeah.
problems and
Yeah.
drama. I think that was the whole situation with Jeremy Banks a few years back, and Hendon Hooker, and that kind of blew up, and and of course with the Nico saga and all that. I mean, I guess I'm old school. I mean, you're getting an education, which is probably worth more than $100,000. And people talk about we don't have any money to eat and all that stuff. But golly, I didn't even play big time. But guess what? We had a pregame meal, we had a postgame meal, and when we went on the road trips, we had per diems, and half of us would eat McDonald's and save the rest of the money,
Put in your pocket.
buy a spare shoes or something like that.
Absolutely.
I don't mind seeing them get a stipend, for living expenses. But I think it should be the same across the
Board.
teams. Hey, you get $600 this week or $1,000, whatever it is they deem is a good thing. But you're not there to drive a Maserati or get rich. You're there to get an education, and because not all of you, and matter of fact, most of you are not going to be playing this sport very long. So you better figure out something beyond this.
There's been talk. It's been tabled. There has been talk they would raise the rim because the game. I mean, it's just it's a dunk fest. So to put more basketball back into basketball is to raise the rim to 12 feet. Yay or nay?
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard that. I've heard they've been kicked around.
How do you shoot on 12 feet after you've shot
For
on
10.
10 feet for all
Yeah.
your life? That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I've heard that. That was something was kicked around. That was about a year or so ago. I haven't heard any more about it. But the shot clock in high school, and then the foul situation they put in place a year ago. Did you like with that?
The one,
The one-on-one versus now you just shoot for three, or the fouls.
oh, okay, yeah. I don't mind that. It just takes some getting used to, but I don't think it's a particularly bad thing.
Who's the best player you played against?
Shane Williams
No question, the best.
around here, yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
for sure. And we knew that about Shane when we were 6, 7 years old. I mean, you could just tell he was special, and he just kept getting better and better and better, and he did things that other kids couldn't do, and he had a drive that most other kids didn't have.
Had a motor.
Yeah,
He wanted it.
So, and then his brother was a good player too, and Damon was good. I mean, I played against Damon around here and played against him in JUCO, and I think at Hiwassee. So, I mean, those are two really good players, and Keelan Livingston was another great one. I saw him just a little while back. First time I'd seen him in about 30 years. But Keelan was excellent. Golly, there were so many around here. Joey Malone,
I forgot about him.
Trevor Head, Jermichael Mills, Shane Carnes. I mean,
Caught all those guys' games.
Matt Cates. I mean, we
Wow.
had some players back then. And,
Wow.
and
You're right. We
there's
did.
really, really good players. And, and then some of the guys that we went up against in college, that was back during Prop 48. So it was a little different back then. So you played against guys that were probably going to play at LSU, University of California, Clemson. I'm just naming some places that I know guys went, that we
Big boy
played against.
basketball.
Yeah. So it was a little different animal back then.
So I ask my guests this all the time. You're a basketball junkie, so if you could sit across the table at Phil's Dream Pit, talk to any player, any coach, either someone's still alive or is gone. Anybody out there jump out? Who would you like to sit down? Just sit across and just pick their brain, talk basketball.
Wow.
Besides this guy.
There's a lot. Ooh. I'd love to have a conversation with John Wooden.
Yep.
I think
First one I thought of. Yeah.
I think he'd be a great conversation. I've had a conversation with Bobby Knight. It was very short. I wouldn't call it a conversation.
To the point.
It was more of him cursing out the reporter and then turning around, looking at me and saying, "What'd you think of that?"
Oh, really?
Yeah. We were at the Nike clinic in Myrtle Beach, and we were coming down the escalator, and I looked up, and Bobby Knight standing beside me, and he had done some media time, and this reporter didn't come for it, and he tried to get him on the escalator, and Knight wasn't having it.
No.
So
Wasn't good, huh?
yeah, but he wasn't very accessible either. I mean, usually he was one of the ones that after he gave his talk, he went out a bottom door under the bleachers and got on a plane and left. Of course, I'd say people would drive him crazy, people like me, but I'd like to pick his brain though.
Mhm.
I mean, he did just a little segment on just a 3-2 zone slides, on zone offense, and I thought, this is a simple thing, but he brought out things that I never even dreamed that you could squeeze out of that. And just minds like that, I'd love to sit around and pick. Player wise, obviously, Larry Bird would be a great one to have a conversation with. I think some of the older guys. One of my heroes growing up was Dr. J.
Oh, yes.
I was a big Dr. J fan.
Oh, yes.
So it was some of those guys from the 80s for sure.
Yep. Got it's funny you said that because I got a pair of my granddaughters laugh at me because I still got the same tennis shoes. I got a pair of Converse Dr. J Converse.
I had a pair.
They were white with red on.
Yeah.
You had them too?
Yep.
I still got
The
mine.
Converse weapon.
That's what they were. So how old are those, you reckon?
I'd say at least
30,
40 years
40 years old?
maybe.
I'm still wearing them. So they make fun of me. It's like, Granddad, just get your new pair of shoes. Dr. J Converse is called the weapon. You're right.
I love those.
And then, of course, growing up in West Virginia, everybody's hero was Jerry West.
Oh yeah.
The boy could play.
Yeah, that was Marty Street's hero. You remember
Mhm.
Coach Street?
Oh, yeah.
He was a big Jerry West guy. So.
Absolutely. So, last question. Who is the greatest of all time? Basketball player. LeBron says it's him.
Well, I wasn't really a fan, but I don't think there's any question it was Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even close, and I would even say that LeBron is number 2.
This guy's number 2, in my opinion.
I would agree. He's in the conversation for sure.
And if you go on rings, so what makes it the greatest of all time? So, to me, the guy who wins most championships should be considered the greatest of all time because he's went out.
Well, then that's Bill Russell.
Bill Russell. Absolutely. And your goal was to win championships. What Dad used to say, if you don't play to win, why keep score? I mean, you're out there to win championships. And Russell did it.
Yeah, Russell is the guy that fits that criteria. And I remember when they did the NBA Top 50, and I thought they picked that really well back then. And to me, that was the best time, the heyday of the NBA. When you got from those 70s era guys that were on the tail end of their careers to the 80s era guys, and then just the touch of the 90s coming in with Michael Jordan. It was a special time.
Yeah. 76ers, the Bulls, the Pistons, their run. Of course, the Lakers and Showtime and the Celtics and Dr. J. You got Utah with the Mailman and Karl Malone. I mean, there's guys you can talk about all day
Patrick
long.
Ewing with the
Patrick
Knicks,
Ewing, oh, yeah.
Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller, the Pacers. So good. Hello, Tim Poteet. Hello, Tony Arnold. Hello to Logan Sewell. Thank you all for watching. Talking to Chuck Babby. Just a couple of good old boys. Never
Hey,
mean no harm.
I got to give a commercial right here to Phil's Dream Pit. That blackberry barbecue sauce, I've never had that before, but that may be the best barbecue sauce I've ever eaten.
Tore you up, didn't it?
Oh, it's so good.
Blackberry barbecue sauce. What kind of sandwich you have?
I just had a pulled pork sandwich,
Pulled pork?
but that barbecue sauce was worth coming out here.
Blackberry barbecue sauce. There you go. Well, we may take care of the old boy. So anyway, story goes, I ran into him yesterday at a restaurant, and his little daughter, Adley, and so she plays basketball. She loves her daddy. I picked up real quick. Daddy's girl. Are you daddy's girl? Yes. She loved. How old is she?
She just turned 12.
Didn't turn 12. Special time. So I said, Adley, you play basketball. What's your uniform number? She said, 33. I said, you like Larry Bird? Yes. I said, okay. You have your daddy come by the show. We're going to get you. And they're getting ready to go home and watch. I'm telling you, if you don't have this, and you like basketball, whether you like this guy or not, it's 2 discs. The person's a story, Larry Bird. You know, he quit. Speaking of Bobby Knight, he went to Indiana and quit. He didn't like it. They didn't get along. He went back to French Lick and was working on the garbage truck for the sanitation of French Lick.
Yeah.
And, oh, gosh, it just went blank. The coach of Indiana State kept going to his house. He tells the story. His mom kept slamming the door in his face. Stop coming around. He's not going to play ball. And then finally he said, the guy bugged me so much that I'm going to go ahead and play ball for him. Hodges. I know his last name is Hodges.
Yeah.
I remember that much. So he went to Indiana State and the rest is history. But he quit Indiana on a scholarship. Couldn't get along with Knight. Was homesick. And went back and was working on the garbage truck.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty humble.
Well, that's just it. And he was who he was.
Yeah, still is.
And they used him as a marketing tool and all kinds of different things. And I don't think he was into any of that. He just wanted to play ball.
The hick from French Lick. So anyway, he's got this, and we had a chance to visit. And this young man runs a great church, Sinking Creek Baptist Church, between Elizabeth and Johnson City. And we were blessed to fill in for him when he was on vacation.
Did a great job.
Well, give credit to the Lord, but thank you. It was very warm and friendly folks. You know, usually when the big dog's not there, you know, the old boy coming in the bottom feeder, you just it's a warm body and get him in, get him out, and wait till Chuck gets back. You're on vacation. Where'd you go, to the beach?
Yeah, we were at the beach.
Awesome. So I got a chance to speak for him, and it was an honor to do that. So he's a good peep, good friend.
I love you, my friend.
I love you too. He's awesome. So Chuck Babb. We'll take a break. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball coming up next. Also, we've got volleyball tonight. The Cyclones opened the season against a state tournament team a year ago, Science Hill. We'll do that tonight at John Treadway Gym. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball coming up next on the Tom Taylor Sports. Senator Craig, you're one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club Savings Account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bmycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club savings account for Christmas 2024
Yes.
from Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. And the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Summertime's here. Catering. How can you help us with an event?
Well, we're doing weddings, rehearsal dinners, reunions, graduation parties, and even if you feel like it's getting down to the wire, give us a call
Mm-hmm.
because we can usually accommodate you.
Absolutely. So, do you bring it and set it up? Do we come get it? How does that work?
All of the above. So you can either have us come out and do a full catering where we have like a crew of people come and serve your guests and clean up afterwards. We also have our mini catering where it's just one person that comes out and like makes sandwiches, and then you do the rest buffet, the sides and everything buffet style. We can also do a drop off and set up, and that's where we deliver it to your location and set everything up. And then we can also do, pick up in the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we can, and whatever you need to meet your budget, we
Yeah,
can work with.
Sure, the budget. Now, on the menu itself, do we pick? Do you have certain items we pick for catering? Or is it anything on the menu?
It's pretty much anything on the menu is available for the catering. I may, if you want some advice, I'm happy to give it.
So, phone number is
423-798-7899.
423-798-7899 to get your catering needs taken care of right here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Here's your catering coordinator. She is the lady who can make it go for you. Tara Salamino from Phil's Dream Pit, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It's exciting 2026 Elizabethton Cyclone football. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join Coach Eddie Pless and the Cyclone Network this Friday night as the Cyclones open the 2026 season at home against their longtime rival, the Science Hill Hilltoppers. In fact, it's meeting number 102 of this great rivalry. Airtime at 6:50 with the Phil's Dream Pit pregame show. Kickoff at 7:30, audio and video. The Cyclones and Science Hill to get it all started. It starts at 6:50 this Friday night here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Cyclone football. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again live at Phil's Dream Pit. Again, top 25 college football polls out. Run it down one more time. We'll switch to baseball again. Last time a team was picked preseason number 1 and ran the table, won the national championship, was 17, and Alabama did it. Southern Cal did it in 2004, so the pressure's on Ohio State. They're preseason number 1. Oregon number 2, Georgia number 3, Notre Dame number 4, Texas. I think it's a low pick. I think they're better than 5th, but they've got them 5th in the country. We'll figure it out in week number 2. Ohio State and Texas will play each other in Austin. Then you've got Indiana, which I think is very interesting, the defending national champs, number 6 in the country. You know that's on the bulletin board. It should be in Bloomington for Kurt Signetti and the Hoosiers. Miami at number 7. I think they're better than that. Texas A&M at number 8. I think they're overrated in that spot. Ole Miss at number 9. Nope, I don't see them number 9 in the country. And Oklahoma number 10. Their defense pretty stout. Brent Venables at Oklahoma, but I'm not sure about their offense. So Mateer's your quarterback, and I'm not sure what they've got in Boomer Sooner offensively. LSU 11, Texas Tech 12, Alabama 13th preseason, BYU 14th. You have Southern Cal 15th. Michigan at number 16, Washington 17, Penn State 18th, 19th SMU, Tennessee in at number 20 in the preseason bowl. You have Utah, Iowa, Houston, Louisville, and rounding out overrated Missouri at number 25. I don't see that one either. Clemson at number 26, and Florida, which I thought was interesting, given that lofty preseason ranking on a team that struggled. Got rid of their coach. The Gators at number 27 in the country right now. That's your preseason bowl for college football. All right, baseball last night. Shohei Ohtani back on track, 2 home runs. Also, Max Muncy, longest home run this season in the majors, 461-foot crank by Max Muncy, and the Dodgers win on the road in Colorado. Ohtani loves playing at Coors Field, his second multi-homer game of the season, the 25th multi-home run game of his career for Shohei Ohtani. He loves Colorado. He's hit safely in 21 consecutive games. He's batting .413 when they play at Coors Field with 9 home runs and 24 RBIs. So Ohtani loves Colorado, and he showed it last night by cracking out 2 home runs. Here's your standings in the American League East. Tampa Bay leads the Yankees by 6, Boston by 8.5. In the Central, the White Sox 4.5 better than Detroit, Minnesota 5 back. Twinkies have lost 6 out of 10, including last night's game to Atlanta. Houston of the West leads Texas by 2 and Seattle by 4. And that's your American League standings to the moment. In the National League, of course, the Braves lead the East by 6.5 over the Phillies. Phillies still playing some really good baseball. Braves have lost 6 out of 10. The Phillies have won 6 out of 10. In the Central, the Cubs have closed that gap. They're chasing down the Brewers. It's down to 4.5. Cubs have won 6 out of their last 10, and the Dodgers have won 6 out of 10 in the West, and they lead San Diego, who is red hot. They've won 7 out of 10, and the Padres only 8 back. Arizona's only 9 back. If you stop today, the playoffs will look like this. The wild card. If you stop today, it'd be the Yankees, Boston, and Baltimore, all 3 out of the American League East. But you have a 3-way tie for that third team. You got the Yankees and Boston, and Baltimore and Texas and Detroit are dead even right now. We're going to the end of September, so there's a lot of going back and forth, but it just sounds good on August the 18th at Bill's Dream Pit to tell you that there's 3 teams playing for that third playoff spot right now: Baltimore, Texas, and Detroit. Minnesota and Toronto only a half game back. Cleveland a game back, and Seattle 2 games back. So Toronto 4 under 500 at 61 and 65, and yet there they are in the thick of the race. If they stop today for the wild card, one of those 3 wild card teams. In the National League, you have the Cubs, Philadelphia, and San Diego are in. Padres leapfrogged over Arizona. Arizona, the Cardinals, Miami, Pittsburgh, and even the Reds are still at it. Still got a chance. But again, that's your playoff look for right now, the wild card, if we stopped and played today, and we don't, of course. All right, the Field of Dreams last week had a viewership of over 1 million, almost 1.66 million views. Compare that to the Speedway Classic last year in Bristol at 1.6. So had a little bit more viewers for the Field of Dreams between the Phillies and Minnesota last week. On Thursday night, it was on Netflix. So last year, the Speedway Classic in Bristol was viewed by 1.6 million. So kind of even Steven status quo on that one. So who's playing where today? Major League Baseball. By the way, the Padres got sold. New ownership headed by Jose Feliciano. I don't know if that's a singer or not. I don't think so. And Kwanzaa Jones, Kwanza. Kwanzaa Jones are the new owners of the San Diego Padres, and their goal is to win a World Series. They've said it very plainly yesterday. Only 5 teams have never won, current Major League teams, never won the World Series, Padres being one of them. The Brewers, the Rockies, the Mariners, and the Rays. Padres playing excellent baseball. They won 17 out of the last 22, and they're, again, the third wild card team right now if we stop today in the National League, but they have new ownership. The Padres have been sold and been approved, and so San Diego, a hot baseball team. Here's your schedule. Everything under the lights tonight. Yankees in Baltimore. San Francisco at Cleveland. The Reds will be at home against the Cardinals. Andrew Abbott for Cincinnati. Also tonight, Philadelphia hosting Miami. Zach Wheeler on the mound. He got his start, by the way, in Kingsport. Remember calling these games back in the day for the Kingsport Mets. K-Met. Zach Wheeler was a K-Met at one point. He's now a frontline starter for the Philadelphia Phillies. Detroit and Pittsburgh tonight. Toronto at Tampa Bay. Arizona and Boston against the Red Sox in Fenway. The Mets and San Diego get with it in New York tonight. Kansas City hosting Athletics. Seattle, Milwaukee, the Braves with Tyler Mahle on the mound in Minnesota tonight against Matthews for the Twins. A 7:40 start in Minnesota. Also, you've got the White Sox and the Cubs, round 2 of that one tonight. Hudson will go for the White Sox, and Gossman, they picked up. He'll be your starter for the Cubbies tonight. Evan Carter, the Texas Rangers at home against Washington. Quantrill on the mound with the Rangers tonight. Angels of Houston and the Dodgers in Colorado. Eric Lauer going to the mound. Again, we told you Landon Knight from Johnson City back with the big club and got a save last week against Kansas City. So Landon Knight being coming out of the bullpen and been asked to do that, and he's responding. So that's a good thing. Good thing for him. Got some NASCAR news. Again, Alex Bowman stepping away from the Hendrick Motorsports ride. So it's official. They have signed Connor Zilisch. Zilisch will be your man coming up in 2028. He'll drive the number 48 Alley Chevrolet for Hendrick, signed a multi-year agreement. Kid began racing go-karts at age 5, and now he's going to be driving for Rick Hendrick. Pretty cool. He'll be joining Hendrick in 2028 following Alex Bowman's swan song for next year. He'll race next year with Rick Hendrick, and in 2028, Connor Zilisch will be your new man on the wheel for the 48 Alley Chevrolet for Rick Hendrick. So Zilisch burst on the scene back in September 24 with a big win on the NASCAR Rally Series and went on to win the championship. 10-8 pole positions, the regular season championship with Hendrick Motorsports, affiliate JR Motorsports, and so they've kept an eye on him, and now Rick Hendrick says, I want him to be up there with the big boys, and he'll be in that 48 car in 2028. All right, quick break. We'll be right back with more. Don't go away. We'll take a look at some high school football coming up in 3 days, 6 hours and 20 minutes. It's in the clicker. We'll do that right after this from Advanced Heat Pump Systems and Phil's Dream Pier. We are broadcasting live on show number 2555. Back after this.
My name is Michael Vance, Vice President of Advanced Heat Pump Systems. Advanced Heat Pump Systems has been open and providing service for over 35 years. The services we provide are installation and service of home heating and cooling systems. Our company's goal is to provide quality service for our customers. The reason you should hire Advanced Heat Pump Systems is because we offer a dependable, quality, trained technician to service your heating and air conditioning.
It's exciting T.A. Duggar Fighting Cyclone football. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join Joseph Taylor, London Taylor, and yours truly this Thursday night as the undefeated Fighting Cyclones entertain the Indian Trail Hawks out of Johnson City at Citizens Bank Stadium. Airtime at 6:45, first kick at 7 o'clock, varsity only, audio and video. T.A. Duggar and the Indian Trail Hawks. It all starts at 6:45 this Thursday here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go T.A. Duggar Fighting Cyclone football.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, got three guys here. Pulled pork platter with beans and mac and cheese. They got it. They know it. So Chuck said he liked the blackberry barbecue sauce. If you never had that, they've got it here at Phil's Dream Pit. Again, they're going to be opening up the Elizabethton store in September. There'll be 2 restaurants here. Open up a new one in Elizabethton at the old Big Dan's Barbecue location. So that's coming up in mid-September. They're renovating it right now, rebuilding it, tearing it out, putting it in the Phil's Dream Pit way he wants it. And so the open date, they've moved it back to a little past Labor Day, mid-September to late September. They'll be opening up the second Phil's Dream Pit location in downtown Elizabethton, right there by the Cover Bridge. All right, high school football Friday night. In no particular order, you've got Daniel Boone, Jeremy Jenkins, Swan Song. You'll be hosting Volunteer to start the season. Unicoi County will be at Crockett on Friday night. Dobbinsville will be at J. Fred opening up against the Central Bobcats out of Knoxville. You have Morristown West and Greenville, Unaka and Happy Valley on Friday night on Warriors Hill. Alcoa and Maryville, that is huge in high school football, of course. That'll be on Friday night. South Green and Morristown East. Tennessee High will be at the Stone Castle, opening things up against Westridge. You have Cosby at West Green. On Thursday, Johnson County at Sullivan East. Northview Academy, a future Cyclone opponent, will open things up with Knox Carter. Unaka and Happy Valley. Greenville hosting Morristown West. You have Of course, our game, Scienceville, Elizabeth, and we've been talking that up. You have Jefferson County on the road at Cobb County. You have Granger at Claiborne. Cherokee will be at home against Pigeon Forge Friday night. And a couple of Thursday games, Powell at Anderson County, Brentwood Academy at Chattanooga Baylor. And also on Thursday night, you have Sullivan East hosting Johnson County in Bluff City. That's your high school football games for this week. They start on Thursday. Don't forget to pick up the football tab and the Thursday. Would you get Tara, please? The tab in the Thursday edition of the Johnson City Press Kingsport Times News football tab. You want one of those. They are really, really good and very timely and a great reference point for what's going on again for high school football. Take a look at all the players and teams. They do a great preview of all the teams in the region. I think they said 20, 21 schools they're doing. Yeah, you want to do it? We'll take a break. Tara's in the house. Get her settled in, ready to go. Talk a little Phil's Dream Pit. We'll take a look at the Appalachian Fair that starts on Saturday. We'll do that for you right after this break. We's live again at Phil's Dream Pit on the Tom Dooley Sports.
Hello, neighbors. Todd Houston here with the Elizabethan Church of Christ. Hoping all is well with you and yours. Wanted to take this time and invite you to join us here as we seek to keep the greatest commandments as the Lord named them, to love the Lord our God with all our heart, soul, strength, and mind, and to love our neighbors as ourselves. We meet on Sunday mornings at 10 and 11 a.m. and then again at 6:30 p.m. We also meet Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Won't you bless our family to know yours and come and join us in this pursuit?
There are a lot of folks selling groceries. Why should we come to Food City?
I don't know that I have enough time to answer that question because there's so many different reasons why you should shop Food City. Food City always gives back to the communities.
Absolutely.
You know, they provide for the schools. They provide for so many different food pantries and food banks. You know, I feel very blessed to work for a company that always gives back so much. You know, first of all, we have the freshest produce.
Mhm.
We have the best meat cuts. You know, don't be afraid to go back there and talk to your meat cutter. Ask for some suggestions on new items to try. We always have the newest, most exciting products, you know, in our groceries aisles. You know, it's just an amazing company to spend your money at. Plus, it's an amazing company to work for.
Yep. Value Everyday Food City. Again, the only place I shop, Food City, because I believe in what they do. And again, it's an awesome. We've been doing it for over 20 years every Friday, coming out and supporting the good folks and what's going on at Food City.
And Tom, I'm going to have to interject right here because I think one of the reasons why you shop Food City, it's our amazing associates who take a lot of pride and have a lot of passion for their job.
Well put. Can't top that.
Mm-mm.
Great job. Lisa Johnson, Marketing Food City. Value every day. Food City. Back on the Tom Dooley Sports Show, look who showed up. Little Miss Tara. How you doing?
Hi. Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. I appreciate her coming. She is the, as you see on the screen, the catering director at Phil's Dream Pit. So I'm going to hit this button right here, and here we go. Talking to Miss Tara, one of our great sponsors, Phil's Dream Pit, Tom Dooley Sports Show, and Cyclone Sports Catering. How can you help us cater here? We're going into late summer, early fall. How can you help us?
It's football season in Tennessee.
Absolutely. Tell me about it.
So if you're going to be doing tailgating, you might be wanting to throw an after football birthday party. We have our dream packs. Comes with the meat, the buns, the sauce, the 3 sides. We can provide the plates and plasticware. Anything you need.
What? The menu is our choice, right? What we need.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I can, of course, make suggestions if you need any assistance with that. But, you know, a lot of people don't know how much meat to get for 40 people. And
Exactly. So that's why she's the catering director. So
right. I can put my mathematician skills to good use.
Absolutely. So all you got to do is give her a call. And the phone number is 423-349-6437. Go to the website, philsdreampit.com. Call and ask for Tara. If you're booking something for the holidays already, if you're booking for a homecoming party, class reunion, wedding reception, business meeting, pharmaceutical reps come in, pick up stuff all the time. Whatever you got going on, this is your lady. And so you're just a phone call away, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So.
And even if you think it's last minute, we can usually accommodate.
Yep. You can go from how many to how many? What's the smallest you've done? Just a couple of people?
I think 16,
Yeah.
16 people.
The biggest you've done?
I think it was like, I don't know, 400 or 500.
Wow. So there you go.
Yeah, we did one for over 400 a couple weeks ago.
There you go. She can get it done, folks. So if you're looking for catering, somebody to do it, they can come in and do all of it, none of it, some of it, pick up the meat, come in, set the whole thing up, serve it, however you want it done, right?
Yes.
All the options, it's only what you want. So give them a call, 349-6437. Go to the website, billsdreampit.com. Catering from Bill's Dream Pit. Great sponsor, Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Plus, you're the pregame sponsor in Cyclone football. Brian said, I want to do that again for the third year in a row. You guys, all of our pregame, postgame was brought to you by Bill's Dream Pit. So I don't think I've ever asked you this. When you sit down and eat lunch out here, what do you have?
Sometimes I do like some of the beef with the macaroni and cheese. I like that. I also like doing the parfait, with the macaroni salad and pulled pork and baked beans. I use the baked beans as a sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Mac and cheese.
And now on that one I do the mac salad.
Mac salad.
Then some pulled pork.
Pulled pork.
And then beans on top.
Wow. You call it the parfait.
Last time I told you about that, a bunch of people ordered them.
Did it really?
Oh yeah.
So let's do it again. So on the bottom is
pulled pork. Wait, you got me confused. The macaroni salad.
is on the bottom.
And then the pulled pork.
Pulled pork in the middle.
And then the baked beans is kind of like a sauce on top.
That would be good. You call it the parfait.
Yes.
Wow. So we didn't mention we got food trucks. They're out and about all the time too, right?
Oh yeah, we got 2 food trucks running just about all the time.
Yep. So if you want the food trucks to come to your event, you probably need to call her and talk to her about that too, because they stay busy. But got a lot of fall festivals coming up and carnivals and different things at schools in the fall and homecoming parties. And so if you want the food trucks to come, they can, but you got to book them. And you don't want to really call like today for tomorrow. I mean, you're booking out a while, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, but it doesn't hurt to ask because sometimes we have a slot open up. You never know.
You got it. That's exactly right. So anyway, it's here. And so what's hubby get when he eats?
He likes the pork sandwiches with the coleslaw on them.
There you go.
And the chili cheese dogs.
Yeah. What's the most unique thing that we never talk about on the menu that somebody will go, huh, I didn't know they had that?
Maybe the pork wings.
Tell them what the pork wings are.
So it's like a shake, pork shake, and it's kind of like a cross between a ham and a rib. They're delicious.
You sell a lot of them, don't you?
Yeah, quite a few.
So one of my guests today, first time he'd ever had the blackberry barbecue sauce, said, man, it was out of this world good.
Yeah, that's very popular. I'm having to refill those bottles all the time.
All the time. So you'll see her unless she's out making deliveries. She's right here serving folks, and you come in the restaurant right off of I-26, the Eastern Star exit. So you have, let's let you go because it's hard to keep you. Once she's here, you get her for a few minutes and she's gone. So the desserts, we got banana pudding, blueberry dream, brownie dream.
Yes.
And got cookies, but my favorite is a banana pudding.
Yeah, that's very popular.
That's real good.
I like the brownie cream because I like chocolate best, but banana pudding is really good too.
Absolutely. Now, if you just want to say, we got everything planned, we just need the meat. You can do that too, right?
Oh, yeah. Because a lot of people might be doing a potluck where the guests are bringing sides and drinks and stuff, so you don't need tea or sides. So we can provide just the meat. That's no problem. And all our meat comes with the sauce.
And your options are pulled pork.
Yeah, pulled chicken, pulled beef. You can do brisket, turkey. Turkey's out of this world. I know that's your favorite.
That's my favorite, yep.
And we got chicken salad, pork belly, brisket burn-ends, ribs. We also can do like Italian sausage, hot dogs. We even have like the bag lunches. So if you're doing like a picnic situation, you want it just all in a bag versus buffet style, we could do that for you as well.
I didn't know that. You have bag lunches too.
Yeah.
I just learned something new. That's awesome. It's all right here at Phil's Dream Pit. Website is philsdreampit.com. If you need food trucks, want them to come to an event you've got coming up, like a homecoming football game on a Friday night or just tailgate before a big game, have the truck pull up in the parking lot. You guys do that, right?
Yes. And then you can spend more time socializing instead of cooking.
Yeah, that's true. Now this,
And it's you know it's gonna be delicious every time.
yep, and the new location's getting ready to open in September, right?
Yes.
Downtown Elizabeth.
Oh yeah. Speaking of the Cyclones,
Yeah, they're over there renovating it right now, right?
yes,
They're
yeah.
rebuilding, renovating. I know the windows are covered up. Can't see what they're doing, but they're back there busy, getting
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah, I got to go in a couple weeks ago, and
Pretty
they
exci-
definitely have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Once they get it, when Brian puts his spin on it the way he wants it, Phil's Dream Pit, look out Elizabethton and Carter County's gonna be great.
We're getting all kinds of phone calls. When are you gonna open?
Oh, do you really?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys. I'm telling you. I told him when he did this, I said, you better get ready because Carter County's going to wear you
Oh
out.
yeah.
And that's a good thing. So,
Yeah, I know they do the car show over there, and
yeah, it's good stuff. Thank you, lady.
you're welcome.
Took me
Anytime.
took me forever to get her on the show. Now she doesn't want. I just get up and walk away and just let her do
Now you
it.
can't get rid of me.
Yeah, well, I didn't say that, but you do a really, really good job. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep, the catering director, Tara Salamina. Did I say it right?
Yep.
There you go. All right, she's going back to work. We'll take a quick break. We'll wrap it up right after this. And the owner, how can you feed the team, feed the gang, feed folks for football season? What are options for Phil's?
You know, the great thing, we're set up, Tom, for events large or small. When you want to take things and make things easy, we have our dream packs to go that give you your meat, give you your choice of 3 sides, your buns, your barbecue sauce. You just throw that on a plate and you're ready to go. So you can just set it out, set pans out for your friends to grab whatever they want. You're having a big party at your house for watch the Vols whip up on Syracuse or whoever it is they're playing this week, where we go in Tennessee, Alabama, whatever game it is, we've got you covered with those dream packs. And if you're going, you know what, I've got everybody bringing nachos and sides and all this little finger food, but I want something a little more substantial, you can get meat by the pound, and we can set that up for you where you just have the meat and everybody can bring a side and get you ready to go. So meat by the pound or dream packs to go, either one. Great way to feed a bunch of people on a budget.
349-60 or 423-349-6437 is the number to call. Website is
Phil'sDreamPit.com. Also be looking for our Phil's Dream Pit food truck. You can follow where it's going to be set up at Phil'sDreamPit.com. We run that thing all over the Tri-Cities. We've got it in Elizabethton sometimes, Kingsport, Johnson City, over in Bristol occasionally. So wherever you are, follow the Phil's Dream Pit food truck. You can get the barbecue on the go there without having to drive out to Eastern Star.
lots of options. Great sponsor, Cyclone Sports and the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Give them a call. Let them take care of your next activity, next need, whatever it is, at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue. Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Douglas Sports Show. It's exciting 2026 Elizabethton Cyclone football. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join Coach Eddie Pless and the Cyclone Network this Friday night as the Cyclones open the 2026 season at home against their longtime rival, the Science Hill Hilltoppers. In fact, it's meeting number 102 of this great rivalry. Airtime at 6:50 with the Phil's Dream Pit pregame show. Kickoff at 7:30, audio and video. The Cyclones and Science Hill to get it all started. It starts at 6:50 this Friday night here on the Tom Douglas Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Cyclone football. Back in the Tom Douglas Sports Show, we've got a couple of kids here from Johnson City. They've got pulled pork and baked beans. Now, he's talking. She ain't saying a word. She's eating. I mean, him's talking, but Mama is busy taking that spoon to mouth because she's hungry, and I get that. So, anyway, Phil's Dream Pit, we appreciate everybody. And, again, the second location in Elizabeth will be opening in September. And we'll start doing our shows there, too. We'll be going back and forth. We'll do month here and month there once they start or once they open. And Brian said very much he wants us to be part of the grand opening, and we'll do that for sure. So it's in September, and we'll do our show there on opening day. When they announce the opening day, they are, as we said, doing the renovations right now for Phil's Dream Pit, the second location in Elizabeth. All right, I promise before we get out of here, the fair starts on Saturday. And so the Appalachian Fair, you've got the musical groups on Saturday, Contemporary Christian Trio Kane. On Monday is Crowder. A week from tonight will be Lone Star. Next Wednesday night will be Corey Kent. Next Thursday, Gabby Barrett. Next Friday is Cameron Marlowe and And then on Saturday, to wrap it up, a week will be Ashley Cook for the Appalachian Fair. Now, if you're a redneck, you like tractor pulls, they've got those. They got bull riding. They got monster trucks. The tractor pull will be on Saturday in the arena. Bull riding will be Monday and Tuesday of next week. The monster trucks will be Wednesday and Thursday next week. My favorite, the Rednecks Demolition Derby, will be Friday and Saturday next week. And then the Golden Knights will be coming in on Tuesday and Thursday, dropping out of the sky, the Army Golden Knights. So the Appalachian Fair, they've got also the Fairs to the Fair. They've got the Little Miss pageant. Want to be sure and go through the buildings and the Farm and Home building, all the cool-looking things they're judging with tapestries and produce and paintings and all kinds of cool stuff. And so they'll do that in the Farm and Home building. They'll be there all week long to check that out. They've got a So You Think You Can Dance contest, an Appalachian Fair Got Talent contest, a Blue Ribbon brick build. It's really cool stuff going on. The 100th anniversary. There you go, 100 years of the Appalachian Fair starting this Saturday, running through the following Saturday. So there it is. There's the brochure. 100 years of the Appalachian Fair, which is really cool. So finally got time to tune in. Busy time. Hello, Lisa and Gary Bradley. How you doing, dear? So, but we are all about the Appalachian Fair, and you want to definitely go through all the exhibit buildings, of course, the commercial buildings, and be sure and go through the Farm and Home building where all the folks put in all these record number of entries. They got all kinds of entries, photography and tapestry and recycling products they've got very creative with. They've got, oh gosh, I'm trying to think what all I saw when I was in there the other day. Paintings, I said that. Of course, produce or judging produce, photography. And I'm leaving a lot of it out, but it is because I can't remember what I saw. But it is full. The Farm and Home building, you want to take that in for sure at the Appalachian Fair, starting Saturday and running through the following Saturday. And again, there's something in there truly for everybody. Fairs to the Fair, you got Demolition Derby, bull riding, got the rides of the carnival, James H. True, Midway specials, of course. They've got the 4-H biscuit baking. Special stage events in the Farm and Home building. I love the Appalachian Fair. Oh, canned goods. Lisa's watching. Whoops. Sorry, ma'am. Canned goods. I forgot about that. They got oodles and oodles and oodles of canned goods being judged. So it's really, I love it. It is such a slice of Americana and slice of who we are in this region. And it's, people used to say when I was around out there, the Gray Fair. It is not the Gray Fair. It's the Appalachian Fair. All you have to do is go out in the parking lot and check license plates. They're in from Hawkins, Sullivan, Washington, Carter, Unicoi, you name it. Greene County, Southwest Virginia, Western North Carolina. I mean, it is the Appalachian Fair. And again, our great sponsor and their great sponsor in the corner of ours is Food City. There they are, the Food City Farm and Home building. It's awesome. So, and Lisa does a wonderful job coordinating the Farm and Home building. So, and she is a very special lady to me, her and her hub. And so we love Lisa Bradley, who they call her Mrs. B down at Crockett. She works at Crockett High School at the front desk. If you go to Crockett, you've seen Lisa Bradley. She's been there. She's a fixture. That's a compliment for many, many, many years. Back in the day, she ran the concession stand to baseball games. The best. And I told her that, and she had made the best hamburger, cheeseburger anywhere in the world. Every time I went down and called baseball, I ate 3 cheeseburgers. So I ate 2 on the spot and put 1 in 10 for, and she sent it on with me. So anyway, sweet lady, great lady, and loves the fair, and I love the fair too. It's just so cool. Go through the barns, see all the cattle, go down to the barnyard nursery, see the little ducks that go down. That's always a big hit. Everybody sees those. Of course, the musical entertainment. I'm not hip on all of them, but I talked to Phil, the head honcho at the fair the other day, and he's pretty excited about the groups he's got: Kane and Crowder and Lone Star and Corey Kent and Gabby Barrett and Cameron Marlowe and Ashley Cook. Now you think been there 100 years, so I asked him and I asked Lisa and Gary and other folks too, who has drawn the biggest crowd ever at the Appalachian Fair. It was interesting. I would not guess this gentleman, but once they told me it, I get it. Tim McGraw's been the biggest crowd they've ever had. And the second biggest, or right there with him, was Florida Georgia Line back in the day, several years back. So, but they've had Charlie Daniels, Randy Travis. I need to get a list. Somebody needs to give me a list. I'd like to see who all's been to the Appalachian Fair. But Josh Turner, he's been there. I want to say Travis Tritt's been there. Trace Atkins. I mean, they've had some great entertainment, and this year's another good lineup too. These are a lot of young ones coming in this year, and that's okay. That brings in those young people with a wad full of money to spend at the Appalachian Fair. Get you a big old funnel cake, cotton candy. Of course, a lot of the food places are local nonprofits that depend on that money to run their programs, and so it's really neat. It's just, I love it. I love the Appalachian Fair. It's so cool. 100 years. And so James H. Drew and Foodsy right in the front of the brochure. So there you go. Good way to end it. We've got volleyball tonight. Cyclones will open things up against Science Hill, a state tournament team a year ago. Elizabeth's got the components to get to the state tournament this year, but that's a long way off, and it starts tonight against a really good program, the Science Hill Lady Hilltoppers. Let's wrap it up with the verse today. We always dedicate our broadcast to the man hung on the cross. We unashamedly do that. Psalm 17, 6, 7, and 8 says, man, this is good. This is, as Andy Gribble said, this is rich. This is pure. I call on you, O God, for you will answer me. Give ear to me and hear my prayer. Verse 7, show the wonder of your great love, you who save by your right hand, to those who take refuge in you from their foes, their enemies. Whew. Verse 8, keep me as the apple of your eye. Hide me in the shadow of your wings. It's a good one. Psalm 17, 6, 7, and 8. Good way to end it. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back here tomorrow. We'll be live at Blakely Mitchell Men's Clothing Store in Bristol. The summer sale winding down. It finishes on Saturday. 15 to 50% off everything in the store. We'll be there. Thursday will be at Cannon's Final Home Furnishings in Elizabeth. They got a big Labor Day sale. Cannon's Furniture. Be loyal, buy local. The chain stores don't support Cyclone Sports and Tom Taylor Sports Show, but Cannon's does. And Friday will kick off the weekend, and in the work week will be at Food City and Gray on a Food City Friday. Trying to get Lisa Bradley come out there Friday and talk about the fair. So I'm working on that. See if she'll do it. And so also asked Phil, and I never got a definitive answer, but I'd like to get him out there too. The whatever he is, the manager. I guess he would be the manager of the fair, but it's starting on Saturday. Gonna be great. Great. So anyway, thanks for watching. 6:15, we'll come back and rejoin you tonight. Cyclone volleyball against Science Hill. We'll see you then. We always wrap up today's show 2,555. Again, thanks to the Lord. We got our latest input from Facebook. Said we, at this point, from January 1st to August 15th, 607,400 views so far. We're on our way to another million. If he wants us to have it, we'll have it. Last year we had 1.3 million because of him. It's his show. Trust me when I tell you this. Took me a long time to figure this out. It is all about him, the Lord Jesus. He controls our steps, our heartbeat, everything. He runs the show. If you don't think so, you're kidding yourself. Took me a long time to figure it out. So anyway, thanks for watching. Back with you at 6:15 at John Treadway Gymnasium in Elizabethton for Cyclone volleyball against Science Hill. Until then, we'll say, as always, bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks to Chuck Babb stopping by, Andrew Smith stopping by, and, of course, our buddy from right here, the catering director, Tara Salamina, does a wonderful job here at Phil's Dream Pit, Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. See you back here again at 6:15 for Cyclone volleyball. So long, as Mama used to say, Every morning, catch the bus. Bloom where you're planted. You do the same. Bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport.